Hi everyone, welcome to our presentation. Mexico can be regarded as a place where multiculturalism and the presence of many identities as well as cultures share. If it is true, it is also true that the conviviality of these different cultures is not the best. According with the INEGI, 112.3 million of people live in Mexico. 48% of population are men, 51.2% are women, 18.6 are children under 14 years old, 73.6% are youth and other adults, and the remaining 14.1 are elder people above 66 years old. There are 62 indigenous groups, and the official language is Spanish. Without taking into account the introduction of English, the second most spoken language is Nahuatl, used by the 2.5% of national population, and the third one is the Mayan with 1.8%. The predominant religion is Catholic, followed by Protestants, Mormons, and the Witnesses of Jehovah. By 2004, the percentage of alphabetization was 92% and has been created intercultural schools for indigenous peoples. With these characteristics, it is possible to observe that the mosaic that Mexico is, but we ask ourselves if this mosaic it is or not a portrait of equality and liberty. We just have to see around us and see all the differences between people that we make just by how they wear, their skin color, the vehicles they use, their professions, their works, among other things. Regarding these differences, and just making a little analysis of how do we behave with people that we feel are different from us, it is possible to say that Mexico is a portrait of a racial state. This in the light of the thinking of Goldberg, who says that it is invisible, but it defines almost every relation, shapes all about interaction, counters virtually all intercourse. It fashions not just the said, but the sayable, the done, and the doable, possibilities and impermissibilities, and it penetrates the scope of quality, content, and character of social silences and presumptions. Therefore, Mexico, by having all these normativities that just make a wide differentiation among the different social groups that exist within it, can be seen as a racial state. Um, also, and in this country in which the elites of or the government set the rules of how the conviviality should be, and we as a population reproduce, reinforce, and teach it to the next generation. According to the CONAPRED, 6 out of 10 people in Mexico consider that richness is the factor that divides society the most, followed by political parties and education. In order to make it more clear, in order to make it more clear, uh, um, to state with 100 of certainty that Mexico is a racial state and how it have influence outside even of the Mexican territory, we decide to analyze the movie Guten Tag Ramon, a movie about a kid that becomes migrant in Germany and after a series of adventures he achieves his goal. In this movie can be seen the different aspects that show us how the racial state have affected the population and how do we act in a discriminative way and in front of those who we see differently, and even how we discriminate ourselves for being Mexicans. Welcome to our presentation. We hope that you enjoy it.